Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, he picks up all the post bags in his van. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Everybody knows his bright red van. All his friends will smile as he waves to greet them. Maybe you can never be sure. There'll be knock, ring, letters through your door. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, he picks up all the post bags in his van. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Everybody knows his bright red van. All his friends will smile as he waves to greet them. Maybe you can never be sure. There'll be knock, ring, letters through your door. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, he picks up all the post bags in his van. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat.
Early one morning, Jess arrived just in time to be let in with the milk.
Hello, Jess. Just in time for breakfast.
Julian was waiting for the milk, and Pat wanted a little drop in his tea. But
Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, he picks up all the post bags in his van. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Everybody knows his bright red van. All his friends will smile as he waves to greet them. Maybe you can never be sure. There'll be knock, ring, letters through your door. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat feels he's a really happy man.
Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat and his black and white cat. Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, he picks up all the post bags in his van. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Everybody knows his bright red band. All his friends will smile as he waves to greet them. Maybe you can never be sure there'll be knock, ring, parcels to your door. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat feels he's a really happy man.
In the village of Greendale lives everyone's favourite postman.
Hello, Amy.
Good morning, Pat.
You're the one auditions are coming to Greendale.
And he's about to hit the big time.
3, 2, lights.
I'm Simon Cowbell, and you know how to deliver.
They certainly seem to like him.
Yes. We'd like to build a publicity campaign all around you.
We've even got a teleprogram. I'm just an ordinary postman.
Now that everyone loves Postman Pat, I replace every delivery man with the Patbot 3000.
The most important thing for a postman is speed, efficiency, ruling the world. Well, I was going to say being friendly.
He's not acting like Pat.
I am Postman Pat. I am also Postman Pat.
You've got special deliveries. Surprise packages.
Delivery, old woman. You will accept. You will accept.
Redirections.
I am going to stamp out that postman.
And first-class fun guaranteed.
Oh, muffins. I have not put on weight.
Stephen Mangan.
Ready to go, Jess?
Jim Broadbent.
Catchy, isn't it?
Rupert Grint.
Your cat's amazing.
And David Tennant.
Aye, well, may the best man win.
In the feel-good family adventure of the year, Postman Pat, the movie.
We did it, Jess.